I'd just like to start with a quick introduction. So I'm Elliot and I'm currently in stage 3 studying urban planning at Newcastle University, and I hold an offer to study on the MSc in real estate at Reading University, which I'll be due to complete in 2020. The reason for my interest in a career in property is because when I was younger I was fortunate enough to live in both Rio de Janeiro in Brazil and Dallas in Texas. And experiencing these areas firsthand made me realise how much development can vary depending on where you are in the world. And this sort of sparked my interest in cities, which is a topic that I've continued to be interested in throughout my time at school and university. In addition to this, I think a career in property has a real sort of tangible impact, whether that's adding new buildings to the skyline in a city or just residential developments in rural areas. And I think this really sort of draws me to the industry, the actual impact they can have on the places where we work and live. I think I'll be successful because I consider myself quite easygoing and I'm able to integrate well into teams. This was evident during a placement at Strutt & Parker, where I was quickly trusted to work on live projects that the planning and development team were working on during my time at the office. In addition to this, I think I'm hardworking and I understand the importance of a high quality service, which is something that I always try to provide the highest quality of service available, or the highest quality of service at my part-time jobs. And I'm confident that I'd be able to carry out any necessary tasks to the highest standard. Anyway, the next question, I've been asked to explain what drink I think of myself as. So I think the only way to do this is to go and make the drink. So the drink I've chosen to make, which I think represents myself, is the Old Fashioned. This is a classic, well-balanced cocktail. It begins with sugar, which is then muddled together with Angostura bitters. I think the sugar obviously is sweet, and this represents my easygoing nature and my ability to get on well with others. The bitters is quite complex and helps pull all the ingredients together. And I think this represents my ability to work well on different tasks and remain composed. Then you add whiskey, which is obviously a drink which gets better with age. This represents my eagerness to learn, which I believe is as a result of my interest in this industry. These ingredients are all then mixed together. Finally, the ice, which is added, keeps everything cool and makes the drink more palatable. I think this represents my ability to work well on tasks under pressure. The drink's then finished with some orange peel, which is zesty and zingy, and this represents my energy and enthusiasm. Cheers. So I think CBRE should pick me for a handful of reasons. The first is that I think I'll be able to integrate into the office quickly and effectively and build and maintain relationships with existing employees and also clients. The second reason is that I'm confident I'll be able to carry out necessary tasks to the high standard that's expected. And I'm sure I'll be able to do this because at university I always push myself to work as hard as possible, whether that's on group reports, presentations or extended written exercises such as essays. In addition to this, I'm focused on a career in property, and I think that this enthusiasm would be evident over the duration of the placement with my eagerness to learn and understand more about the company. And just to conclude, I think if I was given the opportunity, I'd actually be able to make a real difference. If I was offered this opportunity, there's a few things I'd like to achieve. First of all, I'd like to gain an insight into what it's like to work at CBRE because I know that the company provides a wide range of property-related services. I'd also like to understand what it's like to work at a company based in London because much of my previous work experience has been based in rural locations, and I think this would be a different experience for me. I'd also like to understand what it takes to be successful as a graduate at the company. And I'd like to contribute to live projects that the company's working on. And I would hope that my input could actually make a difference on the outcome of a project, whether this is through report writing or meeting with clients and making relevant suggestions. I'd also like to start to build a professional network and demonstrate that I could be an asset to the company in the future. And finally, I'd just like to thank you for taking the time to review my application, and I hope to hear from you soon.